Gemini, hi. I'm doing a reading for the rest of November. It's going to be quick. It's really just to get a feel of what's happening for you before December. I don't want to do the December reads just yet. I think there's still something to milk out of November. I am drawing out of a few cards, planets, North Node, South Node. You'll see. I wanted to get an astrological feel to the reading. You have the eclipse. Maybe the eclipse that the series of eclipses that just started, like in the Scorpio-Taurus axis, has been really meaningful to you. In many ways, right? Positive or negative, but more impactful, as eclipses are in general, but maybe to you in particular, Gemini. So let's draw out of the tower right away. See what that reveals about the impact of the eclipse for you. A big pile, no cards turned. Let's see. I'm gonna pull. I'm gonna get 3 cards. Okay. The King of Wands, the 4 of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. There's no horse, but you can see it's the knight from the little drawing there, from the armor. Gemini, it's beautiful. I'm going to tell you why the eclipse for me is on the 4 of Swords in this particular set of 3 cards. There's something that... it's not about something. Let me rephrase that. I'm going to choose to say it differently. This eclipse is like this temporary window of time where you're taking a break. I feel like you're wanting to be, this is the 4 of Swords, but I think you want to be within your 4 walls, right? Whether that be just your house or your room or a particular place where you kind of like a little mini sanctuary where you retreat, simply to have time for yourself, maybe just a breather from either too much action. You know, you do have the King of Wands here, so you might be go, go, go all the time, you know, working really hard, very active. So I think that you are choosing for the end of November, or maybe in the next 2 weeks, to have mini moments of, it doesn't have to be like a 5-day retreat. I think they're like mini moments where you need to interval, interspace all your activities by these capsules of nothing, of silence, of don't want to see anyone, just really need some time off, maybe even just sleep. You know, it could be just that. And it feels that there's something you're preparing, because when you are taking that time off, there's like a process, like the Knight of Pentacles here, excuse me, is really like something is traveling in your mind, like it's an idea is slowly making its way, right? And those breathers, those moments, those mini capsules, they help advance that, they help move that along, right? It's like semi-conscious, not fully unconscious. It's something like kind of in the back of your mind, and it's just growing. So that's really really interesting for me, because it'll get somewhere, because the Knight of Pentacles always gets to his destination. So in November, you're still traveling, because the last card here is the Knight. So these things are kind of ongoing for the next 2 weeks. Maybe when you reach December, something comes to, I had the word comes to light, but I don't know if it's December, because we are talking about the eclipse. Eclipses are like periods of roughly 6 months. You can see like how can I explain this? If you don't know astrology, you have sometimes a set of eclipses, 1 or 2 that are very close, and then the next ones are 6 months down the line. So there's a period of 6 months within which the first sets of eclipse work their energies. So we might be looking at a time span of 6 months. If it's not 6 months, it could be within the month. So let's say until the end of the year. Nonetheless, what I was really pointing to was something is making its way through, an idea, an offer. I feel it's like an idea, an idea about offering something. It could be to someone, but it could be just offering something to the world in terms of what it is that all these things that you're so active about, so passionate about, so masterful at. You know, this is the King. The King of Wands is like, he knows what he's doing. He does it well. He's known for that. He's renowned for that. People go to him because of his abilities. They also go to him for out of being drawn to him. So there's a particular sensation of being drawn to you. And what's interesting is that usually if people are drawn to you, it's because you're offering something. There's something that you give out that people are there to receive, appreciate, take in, enjoy. So do you understand? So there's a play here. So maybe the retreat periods are necessary for you to come up with new ideas for what it is that you're exposing, expressing, that is you. Somehow it's very linked to who you are, I believe, because it's fire, it's the passion, and I think that in December you are showing up with new stuff, like new material, new I don't know, the result of your how do you say, almost like things that you would have marinated. That's like a cooking term, but you know what I mean. Apologies, I'm coming off of a cold. My voice is different. Never mind. Anyways, let's draw out of the this is a makeshift deck. It's only keywords. I'm gonna translate. This is subtil. It means subtle. Subtle is what I'm describing about the process that is it's the process in this case. It's not it's not the content of your ideas. It's not how you deliver them, because I think the King delivers them like with a lot of prestance, and like prestance in English is like, like you put them out there, right? It's like it's not shy. It's with a lot of presence, if you want. It's a little bit similar in terms of the root of the word. But what's subtle is the process. So taking these moments where you are letting either not even just like working on it too hard. Like sometimes the best ideas is like you're doing something else, sleeping, relaxing, exercising. Sometimes it's just the me time of the Four of Swords, like out of all the busy schedule that you have. So the me time is where you maximize, like letting your, I want to say like unconscious, like really just work something, all the newness, the new ideas, the whatever it is that you're producing. And that's what's subtle. And it's also what the eclipse is. I mean, as much as the eclipse is impactful, it is subtle. And what's also subtle is the fact that it lasts for so long. So you don't necessarily have this one day. You could, but I mean, it's not necessarily just like one event, punctual, and that's that. Sometimes it's just like an energy that permeates a longer period. And you see a transformation only once you look back. Then you realize, oh wow, this happened, this, I went through this, you know, and then you realize that many things, many components came to play for you to be where you're at the moment when you actually look back. So it's really interesting. It's totally in line here. So Gemini, take those moments because you're producing amazing material, new material. It feels like it's a great way for you to operate. Just know that you're also extremely charismatic, and what you bring to the world is something that people really want to see, really want to soak in. So that's very welcomed. So thank you so much for listening to the video. Please share, subscribe if you haven't, like as well. Give me a thumbs up. I'll see you soon. Good night.